10 mind-blowing facts about the moon that will shock you. Every night, you look up and see it hanging in the sky. Familiar, constant, unchanging. But the moon is one of the strangest objects in our entire solar system. Scientists still cannot fully explain where it came from, why it's the perfect size to create total solar eclipses, or why it's slowly drifting away from Earth. These are 10 facts about the moon that will completely change how you look at the night sky. The moon is moving away from Earth at 3.8 centimeters per year. It has been doing this since it formed 4.5 billion years ago. When the moon first formed, it was 14 times closer than it is today. So close that it appeared 14 times larger in the sky. In billions of years, it will drift so far away that total solar eclipses will be impossible. We live in the exact cosmic moment when the moon is the perfect size to cover the sun completely, and that may never happen again. Nobody fully understands how the moon formed. The most accepted theory is that a Mars-sized object called Theia crashed into the early Earth 4.5 billion years ago. The collision was so violent that it threw enormous amounts of material into orbit, which eventually coalesced into the moon. But this theory has problems. The moon's composition is almost identical to Earth's, which shouldn't be possible if it formed from a foreign impactor. The moon has moonquakes. They can last up to an hour, far longer than earthquakes. Scientists believe they are caused by tidal forces from Earth's gravity, slowly compressing and stretching the lunar interior. Apollo seismometers recorded them for years after the astronauts left. Some of them registered at up to 5.5 on the Richter scale, strong enough to crack walls. The moon has water. In 2009, NASA deliberately crashed a spacecraft into a permanently shadowed crater near the lunar South Pole and found water ice in the debris cloud. Scientists now believe there may be billions of tons of water ice hidden in permanently dark craters that never see sunlight. This discovery transformed the moon from a dead rock into a potential future base for human exploration. The same side of the moon always faces Earth. This is not a coincidence. It is the result of tidal locking. Earth's gravity has slowed the moon's rotation over billions of years until it rotates at exactly the same speed as it orbits Earth. The far side of the moon, which we never see from Earth, looks completely different from the near side. It has fewer of the dark volcanic plains that give the near side its familiar face-like appearance. Without the moon, life on Earth might not exist. The moon stabilizes Earth's axial tilt, keeping it between 22 and 24 degrees. Without this stabilization, Earth's axis could tilt dramatically over millions of years, causing catastrophic climate shifts that would make complex life nearly impossible. The moon is not just Earth's companion, it may be one of the reasons we exist. The moon has an extremely thin atmosphere called an exosphere. It contains sodium, potassium, helium, and other elements. But it is so thin that the molecules almost never collide with each other. Standing on the moon, you would experience essentially a perfect vacuum. The sky would be completely black even in the middle of the day, and you could see stars at noon. Footprints left by Apollo astronauts will last for millions of years. With no wind, no rain, and no geological activity to erase them, the boot prints and rover tracks left by the 12 men who walked on the moon between 1969 and 1972 are essentially permanent. They will only be erased by micrometeorite impacts over millions of years. The moon causes more than just tides. Earth's oceans bulge toward the moon due to gravity, creating the tides we know. But the moon also creates tides in Earth's solid crust, stretching and compressing the ground beneath your feet by up to 30 centimeters twice a day. You cannot feel it, but the ground you stand on is constantly being pulled toward the moon. The moon may be hollow, or at least partially hollow. When the Apollo astronauts set off explosive charges on the lunar surface, the moon rang like a bell for up to an hour. Scientists expected the vibrations to die out quickly in a solid body. Instead, they continued for far longer than expected, suggesting the moon's interior may be less dense than its exterior. Some scientists believe it has a very small or partially molten core surrounded by a thick solid shell. The moon is not just a rock in the sky. It is a mystery, ancient, strange, and fundamental to everything life on Earth has ever been. And the more we study it, the more questions we find. Subscribe, because next week we explore something even more extraordinary about the universe we call home.